Yes, ma'am.
No, my question is, how do you propose to get the Georgia farmers to increase production? And what crops, when you're competing with the Conservation Reserve Program, and there's this tension with the federal government? I mean, the federal government's presence here is very strong through USDA and all these programs. How do you, I mean, when they see they can make more money taking land out of cultivation, what happens?
I'll sit in a minute. I think these are important questions. I apologize for taking so much time, but okay, this really requires you come to the heart of what's wrong here. Have you ever looked at a wage and hour report in Georgia? Okay, you've got farm labor and non-farm labor on a wage and hour report. Now, how many of you are in business? You've seen these reports. Have you ever wondered why it says farm labor and non-farm labor? Okay, I'm coming to answer your question now, but it takes a minute to get to it. Non-farm labor has a minimum wage, guaranteed. You've got to pay your employees a minimum wage. But that's not true of agriculture. Okay? So, there's something called parity. In other words, in Washington, D.C., on the 5th wing of USDA, the 3rd floor, it's all one row of offices that do nothing but calculate what does it cost to produce a pound of sugar. What does it cost to produce a bale of cotton? What does it cost to produce a bushel of soybeans? And they take into that, they throw in the cost of tires, the cost of fuel, the cost of insurance, the cost of land, interest, the whole 9 yards. Okay. They come up with a number. And then they publish that number. Corn, $2.32. That's our price support number for you. That is your minimum wage, Mr. Farmer. That's your minimum wage. That is a counterpart to the $7.50 over here. Okay? The way we get them productive is we give them a market where they can sell it for $4 instead of a $2.32. Then they'll get away. You'll get them off this government subsidy is what it amounts to. You'll get them off their minimum wage. It would be the same as this non-farm worker over here being willing to take the minimum wage or getting a job for more money. And it's the same thing. And now, do I have all the answers? No, ma'am, I don't. But I do know the basic problem. And I do believe that if we can make sales around this country, around this world, people are starving to death, they're malnourished, they're undernourished, and if we can sell our product around the world and show the farmers where they can make a much better profit than living on this government minimum wage, I think they'll take it. Yes, sir.
Explain how you intend to do this, please. You've got a limited amount of time between now and primary, and you've got an awful lot of people to educate.
Yes.
How can you get your point across?
Doing it pretty much like we're doing it now.
Well, that won't work.
Yes, sir. Well, let's say this. The word is getting around. Now, trying to educate everybody about agriculture in the next 88 days is not going to happen. But I can guarantee you my opponent can't do it. So if I could do it, I could at least get some of the information out. What I would say to your comment is simply this. Most people don't know anything about agriculture. Most people don't understand it. It is an extremely complicated field of endeavor. And most people consider agriculture some old guy pushing a plow. But it touches every facet of your life. What you eat, what you put in your fuel tank, the pesticide applicators who comes into your state, into your home, who spray the nursing homes, you know. And if you don't have somebody there who is sufficiently strong enough to regulate those guys and tell them, look, you're not going to do this, then we got a problem. That stuff can kill you improperly used. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's only two things come out of a 5-gallon bucket of diazinon. chemical compound improperly used can seriously hurt you and my opponent's paycheck. And so there's never been a more clear-cut choice of candidates in any political race in Georgia than this one. And I want your help, I want your support. I thank you very much. I've taken too much time.
Thank you.